Bald-Sicilian, FBS. I am very grateful for Fat Bald-Sicilian. I'll tell you why. FBS created more channels than Comcast.
You know, and then it's not like you have no violence on your record until you're 30, and then one night you just decide to go out and kill a cop. It doesn't happen like that. I got shot also. See that right there?
Oh my God.
Yeah, brother. I got shot 3 times.
But what I'm trying to say is that I knew that my life could have ended any given day, any given night, but it didn't happen.
Fabrizio was always a tough kid. He was a tough kid. He had a nice punch. If he hit you, he would knock you the fuck out.
Your show, people are interested in your show. They look at you regardless. Remember I always said who was going to make it? You and him. You prospered exactly what I knew you were going to do.
Then I also think there was part of it where like that feeling that you had after watching that show, like the second it ended and it went to black, and that panic was like, that's what Tony had to deal with every single day.
In the Soprano family, we welcomed everyone, no matter what you did, even if you had one line or one word.
You know, and Lucky Luciano's buried like behind my house in the cemetery.
Nah, bro, you already successful because you overcame a lot of obstacles in life, my brother. Because me and you, we could have easily been back into the streets. You know what I'm saying? When times got hard, fuck no. Because guess what? Upstate, they leave the lights on for you. You feel me?
Streets, that's how I know him. The llamas or the llamas or the llamas green. I still ain't seen no green. The color of his color green. You know what I'm saying? This is my dude, FBS, all day. Don't get it fucked up twisted. Nothing fake about it.
You're the king of Mark too, so let them keep on coming at you. The more they hate you, the more successful you're gonna be.
You come at the king, you best not miss.
Yizzo, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. All right, I'm ready for a show. Let's see if we could do a regular one. Last night was fun, but that shit was long. My God, oh fucking mighty. And I was fucking burning up in here. It was so fucking hot. I don't know why. Just the humidity and shit was too much. I was sweating my balls off. When that show was over, I jumped right in the fucking shower. But I am going to be doing a show where I present some facts about all the claims Common Sense made last night. Sometimes when you're on the spot, you don't remember shit, stuff like that. And with my fucking memory, you already know how it is. So I'm going to address that stuff on the next politics show. All of those points, all of them, everyone. And we'll see how that goes. You know, this has been fun. People are donating. They're liking it. So I might just do one a day and do a regular show in the morning. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But we'll see if we could do a regular show today. But again, my head's all wrapped up in that. So you guys are going to have to fill me in on some things. What's going on with MobTube? Curious. The only thing that sucks about the politics show is then you got politics stuck in your fucking head all night afterwards. So I don't really think about anything else. Also, I don't know if Chicago Muscle is here, but I have to apologize to Chicago. I lose track of the time. We were on for like fucking 3.5 hours last night or some shit, and they did a show at 8, I think. I didn't even realize it till a little while ago. So that's my fault. Doesn't happen ever really, but we were caught up last night. And Jesse Roth, I think I ran right over her show the other night. My apologies. I got to start, structuring these so it's like, okay, we're going to talk for X amount of time, and then the show is over, and we'll go to the next show. You know what I mean? So, let me do some shout-outs. Miss Can't Be Wrong, Tom Sheehy, Sally, Jason Mikesell, FBI, Michael Hensley, we love you too. Butterfly Kisses. D. Gainey, FBS, my woke joke, Dracula brother from Poland. What's up, you woke joke? Midwest Mafia Productions, you. No freaking ZD now. Got the worst toothache of my life last night into this morning and can't see a dentist till Monday earliest. Oh, God, that's the fucking worst, bro. That's the worst. I feel for you. That's why I fucking rushed that wisdom tooth, man. I was supposed to get it removed the following week. That fucking pain was so bad. I don't know what happened, but I was like, nope. I called them and they said, can you be here at 8 a.m. tomorrow? Yes, I can. Sean Landon Clark, good morning. Good morning. Oh, my God. I don't think you know much about Don if you think he'd pay me to be a left-wing show. I don't think you. But then again, none of you know anything about him, right? You just say shit, stupid ass. Fucking clown, coward, pussy, masked avenger. Yeah, you're masked, okay? Because God forbid you let people know your identity and be a fucking man. You just come in chats talking shit, dickhead. Oh, yeah. My apologies. I didn't even know you were here. Yeah, that was... I fucking... we just it gets fucking, you know what I mean? Like time flies. You're so into the conversation that time fucking flies. And I hate doing shows late. That's why I have this new schedule. So I don't have to do shows at 8 o'clock any fucking more. You know, I do shows in the morning. I do one maybe 5:30. Usually by 7:30, we're done. That shit went till damn near 9 o'clock. It's like, what the fuck? A bad toothache is worse than childbirth. Well, you would know better than I would, Miss Campion. Albert, the truth. Did I shout you out, Albert? I don't know. If I didn't, my apologies. All right, so who are we talking about? Who are we talking about today? Stand-up douche, dickhead Romano. Who you want to talk about? I just got an alert that Joey Dimes put a video up. It always fucks me up because sometimes I think it's a message he's sending me. You know, because I get a notification, Joey Dimes. I'm like, what the fuck? What is he talking about? Joe C sets the story straight. It's a video. I know certain people I heard last night are looking for my attention. That makes me not want to give it to them even more. So it's like certain people I'm going to ignore just because they want my attention. You know, that's why even Nick, even though I mentioned him as an option, ignore him because he wants my attention too. You know, see what did I tell you? You'll hear people say. Somebody called me last night and said people are saying, a couple of people, that they want my attention. What have I always been telling you? It is torture for these people when I'm not talking about them. You know what I mean? Because me talking about them is the only thing that makes them relevant. And even honestly, it doesn't even make them relevant. You know, just because I talk about you doesn't make you fucking relevant. But I guess they feel it does. So they either want me talking about them in a good way or a bad way, doesn't matter. But they're looking for my attention at all times. You know what I mean? It's like I told you. It's like every time I talk about them, it's like Machine Gun Kelly popping that champagne after Eminem dissed him in that song. You know? Anonymous Legion, 50 euros, talking about match. Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you. What a way to start the show. You are the man. I love you, and I appreciate you. Now, as you guys know, Anonymous Legion is one of the biggest sponsors of the show, so when he says match, you must match. So please, let's make that happen. I also want to say, let me just see if he's here, because I hate doing this when the people aren't here. Is Dave here? All right, if Dave pops up, remind me. I want to shout out. Like I said, last night we were so wrapped up in conversation that I got donations that I didn't even, well, I got one from Mike Sell and one from Dave. But yeah, I want to at least shout out Dave's. Jason. No, I'm just fucking around. Jason came on the show, so. Jason's was $20 for Can't We All Just Get Along? And Dave said it was $20. It said you and Common are awesome together. Love it. Yeah, people always love when me and Common are on and have any type of debate or anything. It's fun. It is, because we'll never get mad at each other either. You know what I mean? It's not that competitive type of situation because we're not enemies in the least bit. So what else? Oh, there's one thing I got to bring up, guys. So I was looking at some comments. I was looking at one the Saxon made. And yesterday during the show, there were so many fucking comments yesterday. I could have never kept up. But somebody said while we were talking about the boxer, the Olympic boxing match, I saw people were saying in the chat, like, no, I think there's some confusion. I think this person was born a woman. And then I saw the Saxon left a comment after last night's show, and I looked it up, and there was a huge mistake made last night. This Iman fucking Khalif, whatever, is a woman. She was born a woman. So it's literally, from what I read, nothing more than a rumor that she's transgender. So she's not watching, but my apologies. Yeah, that was a whole pointless conversation because she's a woman. So, yeah, Bobby, I think you said it yesterday, right? Yeah. I told you that, LOL. Yeah, you did too, no freaking Zeta now, right? Well, you didn't tell me, like, as if you were on the thing. You put it in the comments. But I was a little distracted last night. I told you all that, LOL, her. Oh, I told you all that. Okay, gotcha. That her dad just didn't want her to box. Yeah, I mean, she's totally a chick. Sally, exactly, FBS, yeah. Bobby Barbarian, she has XNY chromosomes. It's a genetic disorder. Gotcha. Yes, bro. Bobby said that yesterday. In fairness, Bobby, respect, bro. Yeah, my apologies for not pulling it up and acknowledging it at the time. But again, my head wasn't in the chat. You know what I mean? I just saw it when I was glancing, and I figured I'd look at it later, and that's what I did. I looked at it last night, and I was like, oh. No, it's okay, Miss Cambriel. You didn't do anything wrong. That's what's being said, you know? So, yeah. Now, well, I don't even want to get into whether or not this genetic disorder makes her stronger and stuff like that. I don't know. Who knows? But, oh, no. Oh, bro, you know me, Bobby, always. So, yeah, that was my fault. Everything that was said basically about that last night was a big mistake. So, my apologies to everyone. Jason, my man. South Philly, Tony. What's up, FBS and chat? Hope everyone is having a great weekend. Yizzo. Same to you, bro. I'm actually looking forward to having a great weekend. Hopefully today after this show, we're going to go do something lots and lots of fun, hopefully outdoors, and hopefully all day, late into the night. That's how I like to do things. This is my job, though, so I have to be here. What else? Oh, yeah, last night it I'm not going to get into the whole thing, but like we were talking about that, and the plan was, of course, to just go back to talking about regular MobTube shit, and then fucking Common is like, the thing with Howard Stern, Howard Stern with Trump, the people that accused him of barging into the dressing rooms and stuff, and he said it was 4 girls that made it up, and they weren't even contestants, and that basically the whole thing was bullshit. And then I had to play the Howard Stern clip where, of course, Trump admitted to doing that, and he didn't even make a secret of it. He admitted it himself. And I actually researched it last night. Yeah, it was 4 girls who were absolutely contestants in the pageant. One of them by name, 3 anonymous. But anyway, that's what started off the political conversation. So it's like, and that, boy, did that go on for fucking ever. Yeah, of course, no freaking ZD now. It's hot as fuck here in Arkansas. I'm spending the day in my game room putting together new shelves for more games. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I just like I love doing shit in here too and stuff when I have shit to do. But I just want to be outside today. I don't know how hot it is. I know it's fucking beautiful out. How hot is it? York, PA weather. Oh, 85. Nice. I am a hermit. Really? I like to be outside, man. I don't know. I always have. So anyway, what do we talk about, guys? You tell me. Before this turns into another politics show, which I have a feeling it might if we don't find something to talk about soon. What's going on in MobTube world? What did Chicago talk about last night? What's happening? I know SoFlo put out a little video earlier, but I didn't get to listen to it. I think it was like 10 minutes or something. Oh, look at this. Look at my man right here. Oh, there you go. D. Gainey. $10 for let's hear the story about pizza and JC being gay. You mean the story that I'm going to have to make up on the spot tonight? Hold on one second, D. Gainey. I will. It's so hot here that you need a spatula to walk around outside. Well, you're in Florida, right? Shit, I'll take it. I'll take it. Fish or my motorcycle. That's what the show was about last night. Frank was on. Gotcha. Yeah. I gotta catch it, because I want to hear what Frank has to say, and I want to see the show with you two guys together. I'm assuming Mike was on too, right? So you three guys. I'll definitely listen to that one today while I'm doing something. But okay, the story about JC and Tony Pizza being gay. Tony Pizza's gay, and so is JC. And sometimes, if they happen to meet up somewhere, because JC loves to meet up with people, wherever. If JC has a friend, that motherfucker could be anywhere, and he will go meet them. You know what I mean? Like, Gene Borello could hit JC up tomorrow and say, I'm going to be in Venezuela on Thursday. And JC will be on a plane. There's no doubt about it. He's so desperate for friendship and people to talk to. You know what I mean? It's like anybody could go any fucking where. Well, guys, I heard John A-Light is in Brazil, so he'll be on his way to fucking Brazil. He's a very lonely man. He is. Well, I don't know if I want to call him a man. I mean, he's, fucking 48 and lives with his mommy. But then again, a lot of people on MobTube do. I was thinking about it last night. A lot of people live with their moms in their 40s on MobTube. I mean, there's MRE, there's Kane Shades, there's JC. Who else, guys? Name some people. I know there's more. I was thinking about it. Let me see. Just the things I think about sometimes. Well, I'm sure that the fucking the troll army, all of them. You know what I mean? You wouldn't be a troll if you didn't live with your mom. You know what I mean? Because if you didn't live with your mom, it would mean a couple of things. It would mean you got a job or something to do during the fucking day or even at night. It would mean that you might have a girlfriend or a wife, or it just means that you're an independent person who has shit to do to take care of his responsibilities so he doesn't have to fail and go live with mommy again. And there's no way the troll army is any of those things. Any of those guys. They're not any of those things. I assure you. They don't have girlfriends or wives. They don't have any type of social life. They don't have jobs. So I think it's fair to say the whole fucking troll army lives with their moms too. It's astounding. It's like loser fucking central, I swear to God. Except, isn't it funny though that all the fucking losers are on the other side. Isn't that funny? Isn't it funny that, like, when I always say birds of a feather flock together, it's not a mere coincidence that all of the shitty people wound up on the other fucking side. It's not. You know what I mean? Everybody over there. I mean, there's something you could say about all of them that just makes them horrible, horrible, terrible fucking people. There's not a redeeming quality in all of SlobTube. Like, what the fuck is going on? Who over there could you look at and say, you know what? I think they could be a good person if, not many. Not many. I think Angel has the best shot at it. But of course, she would have to stop supporting a fucking neo-Nazi kid toucher first. There's not a lot going on. Those guys are fucking. Those guys are very bored people. They're literally the way MRE used to fucking describe John A. Light in the basement. Mom, can you make me tendies? That's fucking MRE. That's how he lives. That's Kane Shades. That's all of them. No doubt about it. Funny as fuck. So yeah, I wouldn't call JC a man, but he is a desperate guy. I'll say that. I told you, anybody. It doesn't have to be John A. Light or Gene Borello. It could be anybody. Anybody. Stand-up guy, douche. Like, well, he doesn't go any fucking where. He just sits around Kingston all fucking day trying to figure out what to prosecute people for. But if tomorrow stand-up douche said I'm gonna be in South Africa, fucking JC would fly to South Africa to have somebody to talk to. He'd take pictures with him. Look at me, I'm with stand-up douche, and he'd be happy, he'd be smiling, he'd be having fun, he'd be dreading the day he has to get back on the plane and go back to live with his mom, and it'll drive him fucking crazy. The only that motherfucker will travel anywhere. I swear to God. Chris Shug started off his show about growing up Italian with episodes of Mob Wives. Oh my God. Are you serious, bro? Episodes of Mob Wives, too. I mean, let's talk about the most embarrassing thing to Italian people ever. In the history of time, the most embarrassing fucking thing Italian people would ever want to show when they're speaking about being Italian. You know what I mean? It's just, oh my God, those fucking shows make us look so fucking bad. This is how the rest of the, I'll just say non-Italians. This is how they see us because of shows like Growing Up Gotti and fucking Mob Wives. It's pretty sickening. It's like if all non-black people, if all they ever saw of black people was like Boys in the Hood and Menace to Society, you know what I mean? They wouldn't have great opinions of black people, which is actually why a lot of people are racist, because that's the only type of shit they've ever seen. They've never encountered any actual black people. That's the way it is with Italians. That's why to this day, when I say my last name, people are like, because this is the kind of shit they see. That's all they know of Italians. The mafia, Mob Wives, Growing Up Gotti, these things. It's great. Fantastic. Pizza said he owned and ran a bar in 1984. He was 17. Yeah, well, he lies so much that he can't, he never gets the timelines correct, like the imaginary timelines he's trying to create, because he doesn't realize he's mentioning, he's saying that things happened in years where he would be a very young man. You know what I'm saying? Like he said that he gave the story about Salvi Testa, I think in 83. And I mean, he talked about meeting Tommy DeSimone, I think in 79. And that's the year Tommy DeSimone fucking disappeared. And plus it would have made a Tony Pizza 12, there's every time he tells a story, the age doesn't match up, but can we be surprised? Look, when he tries to figure out his age, look what happens. You know what I mean? 3 minutes of three fucking morons on screen trying to subtract 12 from 27 or whatever the fuck it was. And they can't figure it out. You wonder why he can't get his shit right. Let's see. This was from JC because I told you about his interview on the Connect. Okay. Well. Someone's. Should I read this? Wow. Should I read this? Can I read this? JC is really getting high lately. I swear to God. JC, he has an entirely new image of himself in his head. You know what I mean? He sees himself as a real dangerous motherfucker. There's no question. He is a straight G in his mind. My fucking God. You got to let me read this, bro. I'll wait for a word from you. Read it. All right. Guys, don't be afraid to donate on the show, please. I'd appreciate it very, very much. Oh, and by the way, well, I'll mention it later. All right, this is from JC to Soretti. Well, someone sent me this. So you want to fuck around? That's what it says. I can very easily retaliate online. I got your info and your family's stuff, and those troll army people enjoy that. If there's even one comment from you or anyone else, be ready, because I will make sure the wrong trolls get your info. I mailed you that Steelers stuff. I don't know what that means. And you rock with that Chomo. The fuck? Is this okay? This is wait a minute, I'm very confused now. Oh, okay. All right, now, all right. I was confused. I thought it was talking about maybe MRE. And you rock with that Chomo who doxed my mom's apartment and showed my underage kid. That makes it open season on anyone who helps him. So tread lightly, scumbag. Oh, Soretti, I hope you plan on littering that fucking comment section with fucking insults. Seriously, just do what I do. When somebody threatens you, do exactly what they're telling you not to do. And then say, now what the fuck are you going to do about it? Wait a minute. I want you to think about this, guys. This is like when people say they're going to dox like Tom Sheehy. Like, you do realize that he uses his real name, right? Like 90% of doxing someone is telling people who someone is, you know, like Tom did that years ago. Like, what are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? So people do not understand doxing very well. So he's saying that this is his threat to Soretti. You know, if one comment, because remember, we were talking about people leaving comments on this Johnny Mitchell show once he interviews a JC or once the interview is aired. So he's saying if anything happens, the wrong people in the troll army might get Soretti's information. Now, I want you to think about what I just said. I said Soretti's information. I said Soretti's. What do I mean? Well, Soretti is his last name. And everybody knows his first name. So you're telling me that the troll army, if they wanted to do something like this to Soretti, would need your assistance. Like you have, yeah, exactly, Soretti. You have secret information that nobody else has on Soretti. No, if anybody really wanted it, they have his name. What do you mean? They would just search him. But JC is like, ooh, this is information only I possess, and I will make sure it gets into the hands of the troll army if you fuck with me, Mr. Soretti. What? Troll army, you can just look it up. JC, we're going to fucking smash you in that chat. Oh my God. Or in that comment section. You have no idea what's coming. Threaten people? Bro, you forget. We haven't even gone after your family yet. You go after anybody's family, bro, and we are going to fucking demolish you. Oh my God. JC, you will feel a type of pain that you could never fucking imagine. And I mean, from things that are all legal, okay, and not any type of physical pain. Well, physical pain is in you'll wake up sick to your stomach. You might have diarrhea all day. The day after we do it, you'll have massive headaches and you'll be all stressed out, and that might cause physical symptoms. But nobody's going to lay a hand on you. We're just going to use legal means to fuck you all up. You know what I mean? Like, simple as that. I'm going to read more. Just hang on. I just got another message. Wait. Oh, yeah, Miss Campion, don't even sweat it. Okay, now let me see. Let me read more. Okay. First of all, let's take a second to think about that last sentence. So tread lightly, scumbag. Or what? What the fuck are you gonna do, JC? Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Look how butthurt you are about an event that I don't even think ever took place. Let me point out what I'm saying here. Like me, for example, my family's been bashed all over the internet. It's like commonplace now. I'm so used to it. Okay, so are they. That's never happened to you, bro. You keep talking about somebody doxing your daughter. Let me see where that is. Someone showed your underage kid. Someone might have at one point. I think I kind of sort of remember that. And your mom's apartment. That, if I remember correctly, this was like 2 years ago, right? 2 years ago. Now you are still talking about it. You're still bitching about it and attacking people for it. You know what that tells me? That tells me that if anybody were to really go after your family, you wouldn't be able to handle it, bro. You'd have a fucking nervous breakdown. You'd suffer a mental collapse. Well, I think you already have. Okay, because you're still talking about something that damn near every single person, every content creator on here has already gone through 1,000 times. You're still talking about it years fucking later. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even talk about all the shit they did to my family nearly as much as you talk about this. Somebody doxed your mom's apartment number? Who gives a fat baby's dick about that? So what? You know what I mean? So fucking what? I had a homeless psychopath call my mother and threaten her life in the middle of the night. I don't cry about it as much as you do with this. And somebody showed your underage daughter, that's wrong. But again, this is years ago. So if you go after somebody's family, what's going to happen then? People are going to go after your daughter much, much more than they did already. And you don't want that shit. You know, we know you don't want it. You can't handle it. You can't handle it. So stop threatening people like as if you're going to start doing shit to people, because you haven't even... JC, you really haven't had anything happen to you yet. You do realize that you're basically untouched because nobody gives a fuck about you. The day you attack somebody's family and the focus is on you, the things that are going to be done, you will not be able to handle. You're a soft little bitch, bro. You're a butthurt fucking baby. Okay, so I wouldn't make threats if I was you, fucker, because people might just decide, you know what, let's just go ahead and do it. He's going to keep threatening that he's going to do this to us. Let's just go do it to him first. JC, you shouldn't tell lies and people won't call you a liar. Look at that. Some common sense on MobTube. Yeah, simple as that, JC. You think people go in those comments? Well, okay, there was one so far, soft white underbelly, for example. You think people went in that chat and trashed you because they just have some sort of bias towards you? No, people were calling out your lies. Everybody in that comment section, they weren't just saying JC's an asshole. They were saying this is all lies. He's been telling this story forever, blah, 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 blah. He's never shown anything to prove any of this. So if you don't want to be called a liar, don't lie. That's it. That's it, bro. That's it. And meanwhile, I want to remind people again, if I said today that the sun was out, all of SlobTube would go to work trying to prove that it isn't actually cloudy out. You know what I mean? Like, because or did I say that right? You know what I mean? They would all go to work trying to figure out to turn it into some sort of lie. Oh, we studied the weather exactly where FBS lives, and it turns out at the very minute he said it was sunny, there was actually a cloud in the sky. He's a fucking liar. All right. You know what I mean? Like this is, they look for anything. Anything I say is a lie. JC could talk about being a fucking astronaut, a fucking astrophysicist, a rocket fucking scientist, a professor, a brain surgeon, or a marijuana mafia man. And they're just like, nothing to see here. What did FBS do today? What did he do? Did he say his shirt was red when really it was more of a maroon? Like, can we call him out on that? Did he say something happened when he was 5 one time, and then the next time he told the story, he said he was 6, and we can make a federal fucking case about it? You guys are all so disingenuous and full of shit. I swear to fucking God. Look at this. Rakasan Kennel. I haven't seen you in forever. Wow, what a return. Thank you, bro. 5 Fat Bald-Sicilian memberships. I appreciate you. That's $25 right there. I'll take it. Let me see. Oh, if only I could click on my show. How great that would be. Ah, there we go. Fuck. Edward Everett, Alana Therese, Joe McDougal, Shawnee Skell McCarthy, and me, period. All got memberships. Thank you, Rakasan. I appreciate that very much. I want to read some comments because you guys are saying funny shit and I don't want to miss it about this JC thing. Hold on. Those women are humiliation to fucking Italians. Yes, he is such an icon for the Italian community. Yeah, no shit. I went way up. Hold on. Fucking stand-up guy. That's who people want as a representative of the Italian community. My best friend was Italian growing up, so I'm glad to know you're not all that way. No. The majority of Italians are not that way. The majority. Pizza thinks because he swept the floors in a bar that makes him an owner. Yeah, was that the Bucket of Blood that he said he ran? There's a bar called the Bucket of Blood. Let me get down here. Okay, so we'll start with JC. Go fuck yourself. I read that one already. You doxed the 6-year-old boy, JC, and I put up an 18-year-old daughter. Want me to do it again? Call me a chomo again, bitch. See what I do. Oh, it was you? Okay, yeah. Listen, JC, this is gonna be devastating news for you. Vinny Green one time put up a picture of my daughter when she was 14. Was that insanely wrong? Oh my God. Now, she wasn't 14 at the time he put it up. She was 14 in the picture he put up. You know what I mean? Is that insanely wrong? Insanely wrong. But does that make him a chomo? No. Molesting children makes you a chomo. You know, I love how far people go to try to prove their fucking point. They talk about reaching. It's just like, gee, he put up a picture of a minor. I'll just call him a chomo. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no rhyme or reason to their thinking or their decision making. It's just like, you know, what sounds good today, I'll just say that. Isaac FDZ $4.99. I dare you to match. Oh, look at that. He just called you all pussies. He said, I dare you. And if you don't match, you ain't shit. You gonna let Isaac talk to you like that? I wouldn't. Thank you, Isaac. Match him. He's one of the biggest sponsors of this show. JC said he's glad Bear Pushy Pink Veal got cancer and died. Fuck you, JC. Well, listen, what you're seeing lately, okay, because this is not the JC that we knew. The JC we knew was always a douchebag, always an asshole, okay, and always a clown. But he wasn't pure evil. This new JC we've been seeing since the soft white underbelly thing is pure evil. He's you know, I don't know what happened to him. I guess people telling the truth about him in that comment section drove him insane. But now he's out for blood. The only thing is he's not capable of drawing any. You know what I mean? He's like probably the world's biggest fucking pussy. Gotta be. Okay. Anybody. My 12-year-old stepson would fuck JC up. Of course, my 12-year-old stepson is 5'11" and a pretty big kid, but still. He would fuck JC up. My daughter, anybody would fuck him up. But that's sick. You know, what a twisted person you have to be. Pinkfield kind of fucked me over, you know, when it came to certain beefs and stuff, you know, but I have no ill will towards the guy, especially now that he's passed. It's just mob tube. You know, these things happen. People choose sides and stuff. No big deal. If you don't try to do anything to my family or anything, I'm not going to fucking hate you. You know, but being happy that he got cancer and died. JC, you do realize that this doesn't make you sound tough or anything like that. It makes you sound heartless. It makes you sound like a scumbag. You know what I mean? It makes you sound like a total and complete piece of shit. You're not making yourself look good by like JC in his mind is like, oh, I'll show everybody I give 0 fucks today. I will I'll just say I'm glad Pinkfield died. Yeah, okay. It makes you look great, bro. It makes you look like a real gangster, for real. If certain people in the troll army get John Smith's name, it could be a problem for him. Yeah. What do you mean? A guy who's been using his real name this whole time, and JC is like, if the troll army gets your information, you're fucked. JC, what in the fuck are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? By the way, Soretti, thank you so much for sending me this. I love you, bro. Thank you so much. This is going to be the whole show now. Yeah, JC, that's a horrible thing to say. Wishing cancer on someone that will come back on you, JC. Well, it could come back to him in many ways. You know, being glad that a person died of cancer. For example, like, you know, which is what he said, he'll have to think about this when somebody in his family dies of cancer. You know what I mean? Because the universe has a way of kicking you in the fucking ass. It's like, okay, you wish that shit on, or not even wished it on. You're glad this person is dead from it? Okay. You know, now the universe might teach you a lesson. This is why I never even ever, not once in my fucking life called off work and said my daughter was sick or something, because then my daughter would get sick. That's what I truly believe. You know what I mean? It would be the universe's way of punishing me for lying about something so serious. So if you say things like that, bro, you know, it'll come back to you eventually. Have open heart surgery and you'll have pain. I can only imagine. Hopefully I'll never have to, Wyatt. Soretti, where was this posted? This looks like private Instagram messages. Yeah. Let me see. I will never go after a family. Understood, but you got to understand, when people come after yours, it changes your mind about that. I've never just gone after somebody's family. You know what I mean? But people don't. What'll happen, Wyatt Earp, is that they'll continue to go after your family as long as you don't go after theirs. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody goes after your family, 99% of the time, it's not going to be a one-day thing. It's going to happen and happen and happen. And the less you respond, the more they feel comfortable doing it. So what I've learned with these people is the only way to stop them is to go after theirs. And then they're like, oh, this doesn't feel too good. And they stop, you know? They would go live and say, CC, it's cloudy. CC, oh, without a doubt. He calls people chomos for dropping a pic. He's a fucking moron. I know one thing. If JC wants to cross the country, if JC want cross the country, he wouldn't be dead. Oh, if he wasn't across the country. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. He wouldn't be. He wouldn't be threatening. No, if he lived anywhere near you, within 3 or 4 states of you, he wouldn't say anything like that. No, he makes these threats because he's so fucking far away in some area of California nobody ever goes to. You know what I mean? That he's at no risk for anything. You know, non-binary. What's up, bro? Where's my Serbian friend, Beck Brooklyn? I don't know. Elsid305 said, hello, everyone. Match. Thank you, sir. JC is a chomo for getting his daughter hurt, driving fucked up and beating her mother in front of her low-life fuckstick. Well, I wouldn't call him a chomo. I know what you're doing there, but yeah, it's not good. What's up, everyone in the chat? I'm at the barbershop, FBS. I got you on the big screen. For real? That's what tell everybody I said what's up. Well, actually, I just told everybody I said what's up. If you don't get a good cut, what do? Do I leave bad reviews or something? No, I'm just fucking around. My son was doxxed a year ago. 2 months ago, an entire side of my family was doxxed, including a picture of my son when he was underage. Plus, where I live, it doesn't bother me anymore, but he's crying. Yeah, he's a fucking baby. He's a baby. And you know what sucks, bro? And when I say bro, for some reason, I say that when I'm addressing everyone. I say it no matter who I'm addressing. I never called my mom bro, but it's probably going to happen someday. This is MobTube, bro. All you got to do is be on here. And somebody in your family will probably get doxxed at some point. It's shitty. It's horrible, but it happens. So again, to people who don't want this happening ever, okay, and for people who can't handle it when it happens, my suggestion would be to go to another YouTube community. Go to a community about ceiling fans or some shit. MobTube probably isn't the fucking place. A community that's supposed to be built on talking about the fucking mafia of all things. It could get a little treacherous. It could. So if you're still crying 2 fucking years later, JC, I swear to God, you shouldn't be threatening to go after anybody's family, because the result will be that then they'll go after yours. And we already see that you can't handle that. So Leroy Belichick Brown said, JC, stop threats, loser. I would say that in Leroy's voice, but I can't do Leroy's voice. Pink trolled me hard, and I hope you're looking down on us laughing at this comment. RIP Pink. See you when we get there, bro. Yeah, listen, man. No ill will towards Pink whatsoever. I think it's a horrible tragedy that he died of cancer. I don't care what he did to me. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be a bigger man at some point. You could have an enemy. And now, if they went out of their way to destroy your lives, revel in their death, be glad that they fucking died. Fine, I don't care. Okay, if they were just a constant, if they were doing everything in their power to destroy you and your family, or if it was something so egregious, that something like that is justified. Fine, but what Pink did to you, you can't let that go now that he's dead. That's not enough of a punishment. Most people could say, okay, he did this, but now he died, so maybe I could let it fucking go. But you can't. You can't. You don't think death was enough? You got to try to figure out a way to punish him more by slandering him, or just celebrating his fucking death live on YouTube like the douchebag that you are. No one needs to worry about the troll army. I've yet to see them find anyone. Yeah, they're not good at what they do. They're a horrible group of trolls. The universe has already taught JC a lesson. Just look at him. Well, maybe that's why he is who he is, why he looks the way he looks, why he dresses the way he dresses, and why he lives with his mom at 48 years old, because he's been a scumbag his whole life. JC has a Sesame Street haircut. JC is a stalker for real. There's evidence. Stop all threats, JC. Yeah, I would stop if I was you, JC, for real. SL Gordon 3, 1999. Good to see you all. Good to see you too. And thank you so much for that 1999, brother. I appreciate it. That doxing shit is ridiculous, like harassing family members of people who have nothing to do with anything here on MobTube. I agree. But two can play that game. Get doxed. Flip the script on them, like you said, FBS. They don't like it so much then. No, unfortunately, you have to do it. You know how long I let MRE trash my fucking family before I said, okay, now I got to respond, because he's just going to keep doing it. It'll never fucking stop. And that's the first person whose family I ever talked about. He gave me no fucking choice. And guess what? After I did it enough, he stopped completely because nobody wants their family talked about. So you should never start it to begin with. All right, let me get back to this message because that's where the real fun is. Where is it? What did he put? He put okay, he put in the messages to Soretti the screenshot of the chat where Soretti said the video isn't up yet. They just interviewed today. Then JC called him. Then I think JC called him again. And then he said, yeah, that's what I thought. Don't make me make an example out of you and your family online. Fuck around with me along with your pals who went at my family, and I will make you wish you hadn't. Can we all have a collective laugh, please? Can everybody just fill the fucking chat right now with laughing emojis, please? This is one of the funniest fucking things I've ever heard in the over 3 years that I've been a part of this fucking stupid community. Okay, please fucking do not let that slide. Think about what this motherfucker JC, this harmless individual who has never done anything to affect anybody in any real way, just said. The guy who's still crying about somebody showing a picture of his daughter 2 fucking years ago or doxing his mom's apartment number, proving that he has the thinnest skin in the world and can't handle attacks on his family, threatening to attack people's fucking family. Laugh, 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 clown, laugh. Look. Look, everybody's fucking JC, this is how seriously people take you. Oh my God. Wow. That's more than I expected. Holy shit. This can't be wrong. Can't stop laughing. Yeah, ambulance come through. Yeah. Fucking baby. Let me read that again, guys, before you stop laughing. Yeah, that's what I thought. Don't make me make an example out of you and your family online. Let me try to read it in JC's voice. Yeah, that's what I thought. Don't make me make an example out of you and your family online. Fuck around with me along with your pals who went at my family, and I will make you wish you hadn't. Now let me take a bong hit. Yeah, okay. JC, are you fucking crazy, bro? I mean, what the fuck happened to you? Did you switch from weed to meth or some shit? What was going on in your fucking mind that made you Billy Badass all of a sudden? The person nobody should fuck around with. Look at Mob Talk Radio with Jeff Canarsie. God damn, that's a lot of fucking laughing emoji. Hold on, I'm going back to that one. I want to keep that on the screen. No matter what anybody does, I'm going back to Mob Talk Radio as I comment. Oh my God. Fuck around with me and you'll wish you hadn't. You and your pals. You and your pals. Soretti, you mean Soretti and his pals that include me, Chicago Muscle, and Tony Soflo? Oh my God, yeah, we're no match for you, JC. Oh my God, what's JC gonna do to us, guys? Chicago, Soflo, we got to get on the phone after this and come up with a strategy because it's not going to be easy to go back at JC. You know, he's gonna fucking destroy us. This guy is no fucking joke. He's a very serious dude. We are gonna have to strategize. We have to come up with a plan of attack. What are we gonna do when JC comes for us? Oh my God. JC, you are such a dope. Oh my God. When I first heard JC talking about his supposed mafia connections, I seriously thought he was joking. I thought it was satire. No, bro. He really wants you to believe it. This is a dead serious, straight up fucking lie that he wants to pass as truth. John DeLong, what's up, bro? Leroy Bellachow Brown, JC, stop getting high. It's affecting your Sesame Street haircut. Go back to selling UHF antennas. Yeah, in 2024, keep selling antennas. I'm sure you're kicking ass. I'm sure you're raking in a fortune selling those antennas in 2024. You know what I mean? When most people, all they watch is fucking streaming services. I can't even imagine who the fuck would even buy an antenna. What people are selling antennas? What the fuck are what else are we selling? Atari, cassette players, rotary phones. What the fuck? Who's buying a goddamn antenna? Oh my god. Oh shit. JC is acting tough since he became mates with Gene Borello. Yeah, listen. Maybe you're right. Maybe that's what's giving him his balls all of a sudden, that he's friends with Gene. This is like when people say, I'll get my boys after you. You know what I mean? You are not your boys. Why don't you come after me? You know what I'm saying? And JC, you might be friends with Gene, as am I and many other people here. But you are not Gene. You are JC. Gene is Gene. You are JC. You know what I mean? People would take Gene a lot more fucking seriously, and you ain't him. Just because you're friends with him, bro. Oh my God. Everybody watch out. A guy who's friends with Gene is going to attack us. Oh my God. Let's see. He's got a bird chest, for fuck's sake. Just ask him where he hides the feathers. Yeah, no shit. Big, lanky, goofy looking motherfucker. Hey, Atari Mr. Oh no! Oh no! I know. You get my point though. We're going back in time now. You know what I mean? We're selling 8-tracks and shit. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? JC is going into business tomorrow selling bell bottoms. You know what I mean? Disco balls and bell bottoms. That's what JC's new business is going to be. The only people buying antennas need to call the International Space Station. Yeah, I would assume. What the fuck are you doing with an antenna today? Somebody please tell me. What am I missing? Who the heck would give JC a hundy when you could go to Walmart and get it for $6 and you can get a lot of channels, I hear? I don't know. I mean, why not just get like a Fire Stick? You know what I mean? Why not just get the million different options you can, so that you have every single fucking channel and network and fucking streaming service in the entire world for damn near nothing. You know what I mean? Why not just do that? No, I know what an antenna is, Miss Campbell. I'm just saying. People that are into ham radio like antennas, there's a few hundred people worldwide. A few hundred people worldwide. Yeah, exactly. Ham radio. Better watch out, FBS. He's going to whip you with a 1972 Radio Shack antenna. Oh, my God. What do I do? Manipulated, sucker, sheehees, fam picks on deck, tread lightly. Pump 45. All right. Anyway, screw cell phones. JC is bringing back the CB radio. Oh my God. No. Oh my God. He's going to blow up. He's going to make millions. Breaker 19. Who wants a cartel ass whipping over? Yeah. That's he probably does that too. He probably sits around on a fucking CB radio trying to make friends. You know what I mean? He's like the guy in that movie Joyride. You know, this is what was that bitch? What was the name that the dude tried to? What did he call himself when he was talking to the trucker? I can't remember that nickname. That's JC. I love how all these people come in here and say this is going to happen, that's going to happen. Yeah, well, that's why I waved them off. Like he worries nobody. People who keep saying shit like that. You know what I mean? Like. Listen, when people have something, they put it out there. There's none of this. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. This is on deck. That's on deck. You're full of shit. Shut up. Pump 45, clown. FBS, when me and my lady go out to a mob place for drinks or dinner, my lady says we are now mob related. Yeah, that's it. Well, hey, that's the same mentality. At least your wife is joking, though. Oh, shit. I use a CB radio. Do you really, Wyatt? Well, Wyatt, in all fairness, you're like 85, right? I'm not trying to be a dick, but you know what I'm saying? What do you use the CB radio for, though? Candy cane. That's right. Candy cane. Candy cane. Then he used to, he bought pink champagne for candy cane, didn't he? I sound like Trump talking about fucking Hannibal Lecter now, like a fucking madman. The antennas are used to communicate in Morse code with the cartels. Oh, I see. That's how he. I understand. What the fuck was that? Telling somebody fell down the stairs to try to avoid any type of law enforcement interception of the phone calls and stuff. They just do it that way instead. They're trying to find a way around any type of phone tap or anything. I understand. That makes huge sense. Since he's a marijuana mafia man, he needs something like that. There was a huge rush of job openings for antenna salesmen. JC was going to be an entrepreneur. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, in his mind. My dad had one, and he had a work van because they had a painting business at one point, him and my godfather. And he had one in his van, but I think it was just to fuck around with, I've got an amazing, beautiful family, idiot. They're proud, educated, hard workers. Pump, you're scared, not me. Yeah, of course. Do you know who he is, Tom Sheehy? Do you know who that is? Could you imagine if anybody ever did anything to Tom Sheehy? You would see a fucking reaction from me, not to mention other people, but especially from me, like you've never seen before. It would be a fucking... I might just go ahead and destroy every single fucking person on MobTube just to make sure I got at least somebody who's associated with Pump 45 or anybody who would do something like that. It would be, unbelievable. It'd be insane, the fallout from it. Yeah, truckers. Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. But Wyatt Earp, I think, is older. I don't think he's a trucker. Said Suge he knew Big Ange. Suge said he knew Big Ange because he met her in a bar. Slick actually did know her. Well, yeah, a lot of people from Brooklyn knew Big Ange. Yeah, without a doubt. I believe that. But, again, she's a woman from Brooklyn. I know because she's on TV, like Suge might make it sound like he met a TV star. No, you met a woman from Brooklyn who was pretty well known in Brooklyn, if you know her story. Very well known. Owned a bar and all that shit. I think a couple of different bars, right? I mean, maybe not, at the same time, but Jimmy knew her. There's been a lot of people on here who have known Big Ange, I believe. Don't mess with Tom. Not good idea. Oh my God. The fucking. It would be World War fucking 3 online. That's what it would be. Let me see some things here. See some comments. Wasn't Paul Perry into CB radios? I don't remember. Was he? I don't know. Oh, you used to drive a truck. Gotcha. Do not mess Soretti. Not a good idea. JC, do not mess with Soretti. Yeah. Mike knows the father of her children, if you feel me. Gotcha. JC, stand down. I repeat, stand down. Good advice. Oh, I know a little bit about Mike. I'm sure he knows a lot of fucking people. A lot. The area he grew up in and stuff, no doubt. All right. What's left? Okay, now I guess they're going back and forth. Soretti said, I'm not a coward like everyone else who hides. No, you said my family. JC said, I'm more amazed you would engage in that. Soretti said goodbye. JC said you started it going after me alongside that bozo Muscle and others. Yeah. Between you and Muscle, your Muscle's the bozo. Yeah, sure. In JC's world, where antennas are still important, Chicago is the bozo. And then Soretti said, "Let me give you some help doxing my family. Here's my brothers," and it's a picture of Soretti's two brothers, or maybe even three, in the Oval Office with Donald Trump. I think it's fair to say they've already been doxxed. They're in the Oval Office with Donald fucking Trump. Holy shit. Soretti, I don't know who your brothers are, but they must be important in some way or another. So there you go. Yeah, even as a Soretti, you can't even, JC, that's how bad you suck. You'll say, I'll dox your family, and the person is like, here's my family. Look, here they all are. What are you going to do? What are you going to do about it, dickhead? JC was deflated after that. You know it. But I can see what's going on in this message thread. JC is just trying to keep a conversation going because he has nobody to talk to. He's lonely. You know what I mean? He'll message somebody on Instagram just to fucking just to have somebody to talk to. He'll threaten them. He'll do whatever just to, you know what I mean, feel like he has a friend. So that's what's going on. He's keeping this conversation going as long as possible because he's bored and lonely and he needs somebody to talk to. Oh, yeah, no, Miss Can't Be Wrong. Sorry, I didn't see this before I read it. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of that lately. Those fucking people are clowns. Oh, I got it, Jesse. I got to get back to your message from last night. I just saw it. I don't know how I missed that. I think I fell asleep. JC, find yourself a lover, a male lover. I don't know if he could get a dude, bro. He definitely can't get a woman, but a dude. I think he's pretty much. I think he's pretty much going to be lonely forever. I mean, at some point, he had a kid, which I don't know. I mean, I can't believe it. I'll just say that, but I don't think there's anybody else that's going to be fucking him, man or woman, in the future. JC is a fucking, I'm telling you, in every sense of the word, JC is a fucking pencil neck geek. That's what even though that's more than one word, that's what he is. He's a tall, lanky, skinny, a douchebag who dresses like, I don't even fucking know. Dresses like he should be in Revenge of the fucking Nerds. Has a goofy, stupid haircut, and looks probably 10 years older than he actually is. Oh, and he lives with his mom. And he's broke. And he has no friends. And he's a loser and an outcast. And just his voice makes you want to stick pencils in your fucking ears. You know, and he's a pathological liar. And he's delusional. And he's got imaginary friends that he constantly threatens people with. He's a fucking madman, you know, except he's a harmless madman. Don't worry. There's no danger coming with JC. Nothing he can do to you. Oh my God, Leroy. Gay people call JC a fag. Oh my God. Guys, give me 1 second. I will be I'll be right back. Give me I'm lying. It'll probably be more like a minute. I'll be right back. All right, guys, here I am. All right. Pencil Neck Geek, baby. That's what he is. Mob Talk Radio. Yes, great song. JC, stop all threats. Wyatt Earp, I shook hands with 2 presidents, and that doesn't make me a people person. No, but somehow you got to shake hands with 2 presidents, so I give you props. Gay people call. Oh yeah. JC, we got to stop putting that word. At least I got to stop putting it up. Wyatt taught a computer at a United States penitentiary. Does that make me a people person? I think in a way, it would have to in your situation. I think in a way, a United States penitentiary, fucking Leroy. Let's see. RuPaul calls JC a fake ass bitch. Probably. You can't be fake enough that JC isn't faker than you. You know, that motherfucker, bro. I know I say this over and over and over again. I know I do. But fucking the story is so outrageous and so fucking absurd. And the funniest part is when trying to go back at me for making fun of his story, where, in case you don't know his story, according to him, he bought small quantities of marijuana from a Mexican cartel. Notice those things don't go together, cartel, small quantities. But the most I heard him talk about was 50 pounds. Okay, which, like I said, I was selling 50 pounds a month when I was probably 16 or 17. Okay. So, and that's not, in any way, shape, or form a large scale, even marijuana dealer. Okay. So, I remember there was a like a custom rim shop or some shit in New York City. It was 2 brothers. I think they got caught with they had trash bags and trash bags filled. Each of them, they had hundreds of fucking pounds of marijuana, and they were just, a lot of people in New York City didn't even know them. You know what I'm saying? So it goes to show you that, 50 pounds is not a big deal. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh, when he tries to go back at me for making fun of this outrageous story where he bought small quantities of marijuana from the Mexican cartels and sold them to the American mafia, because the mafia would need JC as a weed connect. That makes total sense. You know what I mean? Lord knows the mafia had no other way to get marijuana. They needed to find some kid in California who has no experience with the streets, probably never sold any more than a nickel bag, and he made up a story about working with the cartel. They needed a kid from JC who bought 50 pounds of marijuana from a cartel to sell to the American mafia. That story, as outrageous as it is, when he responded to it one time on Suge's show, he goes, he was making fun of me for saying I sold crack. He was trying to somehow make it as if the two are the same thing. First of all, I have a record for selling cocaine. So if you think it's a stretch for me to sell crack cocaine, especially where I lived, where I'm from, you know what I'm saying? Like, you'd have to be a fucking moron to not believe that I sold crack fucking cocaine. I mean, you'd have to be a jackass. Like, why? I sold powder. That's on record. So, you know what I mean? There's a court case. There's a conviction for it. So it's like oh my God. Yeah, my story might seem unbelievable, but FBS said he sold crack. Yeah. You know what I mean? Except FBS did sell crack. There's all types of evidence and reason to believe that I sold crack. You're comparing that. You're trying to make some sort of weird false equivalence. I mean, you're comparing that to your story about buying marijuana from Mexican cartels and selling it to the mafia, the Los Angeles family, which is like, come on. Are you serious? Like, this is how crazy he is, that he thinks that people will be like they'll just forget his story and be like, you're right. One time FBS said he sold crack. What reason do we have to believe that? He always thinks he's got you in some way, but he doesn't realize because he's so fucking delusional. Of course he's lying. His whole story is bullshit, right? But somehow he's convinced himself it's believable. Okay, so he thinks that his story is so believable that it's more unbelievable that FBS might have sold crack during his lifetime. His lifetime where he lived in the fucking ghetto for over 20 fucking years and was, a convicted cocaine dealer and every fucking thing else. Yeah, that would be shocking. That would be shocking if FBS actually sold crack during his lifetime. What are you going to say next? I never held a gun either. Okay, you're sure. Unreal. JC comes off like he knows some shit, but he's a charlatan, a phony. Yeah, absolutely. I removed the comment. FBS don't want you getting flagged. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. It was just like 10 comments with the word fag in it. I was like, yeah, probably not good. JC admires RuPaul. I'm sure he does. He's like, damn, can I? JC sits around in his apartment taking bong hits, like, just getting high, looking in the mirror and saying, or looking at a picture of RuPaul, seeing her on TV or something and saying, I wonder if I could be as fake as that bitch. I bet I could be faker, and then he comes up with this story. JC, please stop all lies. At least bring it down a notch. Please. That's Leroy's way of saying you better shut the fuck up or else. Just in case you don't know, I could translate. I understand. I speak Leroy fluently. Okay, so that's what he was just saying to you, JC. Cut it out or else. Of course, I know. Yeah, barely. JC is the ultimate weed connect. He is opening a landscaping company. Only one employee, JC. That's his weed. Yeah. That's what makes him a weed connect. One employee, but he'll call it a business no matter what. He'll call it like a serious business, like he does with his antenna shit. I went through his background stuff. He was simply employed by some places that sold antennas. And he acts like he's got his own personal fucking business that he's built from the ground floor and it's some empire or something. You sell fucking antennas, bro. You sell something that at the very least should be completely and totally obsolete at this point. The fuck? That's one thing about the weed business. The police aren't all that concerned with making cases, at least not in my area. My area, Aralata, yeah. Yeah, no, I mean they never really were, It depends on where you are, though. If you're like in the fucking suburbs, where it's a bunch of cops sitting around all day, doing speed traps and shit, and have nothing fucking better to do. To them, that's like it's like bringing down Freeway Ricky Ross if they can catch a kid with a QP, JC does that a lot. False equivalencies. He drops the stupidest analogies. He does. Springfield doesn't care about weed, not anymore. There's a dispensary on every corner. Well, especially not now. When I got caught selling weed, it was fucking 25 years ago. Jesus, it was 25 years ago. Oh my God. I wonder how many how many antennas JC has sold this year? One? Yeah, I'd go with one. Probably one. FBS, can you imagine if we had JC up in that political discussion last night? Oh my fucking God. He would have been eaten alive. But according to him, though, he's big. He's not just into politics. He's a part of politics. He supports politicians. So he like campaigns for people and shit. Remember when he used to brag about that? So according to him, he might as well be, the vice president. This is another thing JC does because he's bored. He's got no friends. He's got no girl. He's got no wife. He's got no boyfriend. He's got no husband. He's got no nothing. He just sits around all day looking for shit to do because he doesn't really have a job or any real way of making a living. So he gets involved in these local, political, these campaigns and shit, you know, and he's like boots on the ground JC, you know, knocking door to door. And he thinks that makes him a big deal. Everything in his life, he blows so far out of proportion to make himself look like he's somebody important. It's actually, I told you, if he wasn't such a scumbag, it would be sad. Leroy sold one to himself to sit on. That's pretty good. Let me see. Well, I'm trying to put a little comment conversation together. Oh, all right. Yeah. Jason Mikesell, he try real hard to sound like he knows what he's talking about. I'm not sure what we're talking about at this point. Let me see. Come on, JC. Come on my show today. I have something to show you. Oh, there you go. Do you remember when JC was on this show? I would give anything to find that. I can't find that episode. I've searched, you know, I've done everything in my power to find it, but I can't find it because I fucking annihilated him. And JC, months later, was on Lee Cole's show or something, and he was talking about me. And he said, and then we were not even getting along at the time. And he said, well, you know, nobody wants to grab the link. Nobody wants to go on his show because he's annihilated everybody on MobTube at one point or another. These are JC's words. And he was one of the people I annihilated. You know, so even he knows it. You know, even he knows it. It's already happened to him once. I had him scrambling for answers. You know, we were talking about, he did a video where he's holding guns, but he's trying to convince people at the same time he's a felon. So he's on the show, and I'm like, so you're a felon. Whose guns were those? Oh, those were my roommates or something. But you said those were your guns yesterday. Oh, yeah. Well, no, they're actually, I said, but you're not really a felon, are you? Oh, maybe those are your guns. You know, and I had him going fucking crazy. He didn't know how to fucking answer because his whole story is bullshit. So it's like you got to make things up on the fucking spot. JC got Arnold elected and every governor before him. Yes. I would like to, I can't do a Schwarzenegger fucking accent. All I can say is I'll be back. That's it. I'd like to thank JC. Some parts of Hartford. Oh, okay. That's, let me see. They still need antenna technology in case of emergencies, like the entire communication infrastructure collapses, but not daily life. Well, that's what I mean. Yeah. Not for like, it's not like a, I don't know. It's not something, it's not like the fucking 80s where you needed a fucking antenna. It's not really necessary. You know what I mean? JC handed out pamphlets at the polling location. Oh, yeah. I'm sure that's what he did. And according to him, that makes him a huge part of the campaign. Poor JC, no one respects his gangster. Not just that, Chicago. No one respects him, period. There's nothing about him to respect. It's not like if you were to ask me, tell me something good about each person in the community. Some people, there would at least be like one thing I could say. The majority of them, probably not. But JC, there would definitely be absolutely fucking nothing. 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 There's not one thing I could tell you that makes him any type of a winner or relevant person. Like he's 48. He's not on his own yet. He hasn't left home yet. He either can't afford his own apartment or crib or your house, whatever, or he's not he's not motivated enough to. Maybe he doesn't want to, I don't know, miss mom's cooking. I don't know what it is. You know, I won't just yet talk about other areas of his life where it seems that he has failed, you know, but there are other areas, as we know. He literally had to make up, his life is so boring and meaningless that he had to make up an entire life story just to try to make friends in an internet community. And on top of all that, not only is he a fucking pathological liar and a lunatic and a monumental loser in life, but he's pure fucking evil too. He's an animal. He's a fucking animal. So, There's nothing, no good qualities. Wait, maybe JC was really politically involved, and that's why California is crap now. Maybe that's why it's turned out to, you know, to be what it is today. You know, I don't know. I paid for college with small-time pot sales in class. The most I've ever bought was 10 pounds. No one I bought from was connected to cartels. It was 50 pounds. The point where you go to cartel level? No, I told you. I used to get, me and a friend used to get 10 pounds a week each from a guy from Texas. 6,000 for 10 pounds. This went on for quite some time. You know what I mean? And I never had a problem selling all 10 pounds in a week. And I'm sure there were times where I had gotten more and I sold more. You know what I mean? So you figure minimum, I was selling 40 pounds a month, minimum. Like definitely. So, and I was a goddamn teenager who at the time was hanging out in New York City and friends with people there, but was living in the suburbs of fucking Pennsylvania. So JC has serious connections in the LGBT community. Probably. I knew a guy though. There was one dude I knew. I was in jail with, and I knew him from the streets too. He was independent, but this dude was one of the only people I ever met that was making crack money selling weed. Like, but again, you got to sell 500 times the amount of weed that you would crack to make that type of money. You know what I'm saying? But that's how much shit he was pushing, which is, again, why he was in jail with me, but this motherfucker was walking around dressed exactly like crack dealers were. And he had the same type of money in his fucking pocket. And he was going to the same places and doing the same things and driving the same cars. I don't know to this day what he was pushing, but it was a fucking lot to be making that type of money. It was a lot. JC, did you catch your mom looking through JC, did you catch your mom looking through your hair for 666? You might be the Antichrist. Who knows? Maybe 1,000 pounds might be cartel level. Cartels move metric tons. Yeah. 1,000 pounds, probably around there could be, yeah. Not even pounds. Yeah. You're probably more accurate. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to get going. An hour and a half in. I'm sure El Cid, you doing a show now? What's going on? Try to answer as quickly as possible. Cartels deal in metric tons, not pounds. Please save the BS. Yeah. Of course. He's talking about, I had 50 pounds on a train. 50 pounds. So basically you had like a small duffel bag. Not small, maybe not this big, 50 pounds. All right. Oh, no. I'm thinking of my 10 pounds. I'm so 50 pounds. Yeah. That would be a lot more. 2 giant duffel bags. That's it. Sounds like a story he took from Locked Up Abroad. That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. I saw an episode of Locked Up Abroad about a guy from Ireland who was selling that type of weight, like around there, and he was traveling by train. Sounds like JC took that story. Going live in T-minus 5 minutes, an Antenna King extravaganza. Oh, I'm fucking there for it, bro. He is Satan's weed dealer. Yeah. All right, so 5 minutes, guys. El Cid 305. Go over there. Just go over there now and hang out and wait. According to the Flores twins, they were selling 300 to 400 pounds, and they were cartel guys. Really? 300 to 400. Yeah. I don't know. That doesn't sound like much, bro. Locked Up Abroad is crazy shit. I love that show. I love it. The only thing is, there's really no new episodes anymore. And I like the fucking the stories about this, smuggling drugs and shit. I don't, the ones where it's like, a guy was like, like a journalist was in Iraq and fucking he got kidnapped or something. It's like, it's not the same. The thing that makes it the most interesting to me is the story, how did the person first become a mule, so to speak, something like that, or what dragged them into it to the point where they needed the money badly enough that they were moving somebody else's drugs for them, and how many times did they get through customs or whatever? How many times did they actually make it before they got caught? Some of those episodes, the motherfucker got caught the first time. That's no good. I watch. That's the biggest fucking. That's the worst thing ever. When you commit a crime like drug dealing, that's why I never cared. You go to jail, so what? You've been drug dealing for fucking decades. So every now and then you're gonna get caught and go to jail. No big deal. But if you sold your first bag and got caught, you are a loser extraordinaire. And anybody who commits a crime and gets caught the first time, it's like, that's not good. You know what I mean? You can't even say it was worth it. At least if you go to jail for a while for selling drugs, it's like, well, look at how I got to live. I made a fuck ton of money. And I lived a fucking amazingly exciting fucking life doing it. But if you commit a crime once and you get caught, it's like, damn. You didn't even get to enjoy whatever it is you got out of the crime. You know, you just went straight to jail. I watch all that shit. Air disasters, disasters at sea, locked up abroad, and those custom shows on Nat Geo. Really? Yeah, I used to be more into those shows back in the day, but I'm not. I Locked Up Abroad is the only one. I used to watch that. I Almost Got Away with It, or I Almost Got Away, whatever it was called. And got people escaping and shit, but probably some others. Most of them, yeah. Some of them feature silly ass people who get scammed into smuggling without their knowledge or consent. Someone stashes something in their luggage without their knowledge. Yeah, there's a couple of those. But the thing is, like, I've been watching that show since like it first aired. So, like, if I try to go back now and find an episode, I've seen all of them. You know, I think they put out a new season every now and then. They'll throw like a new episode up or something. It seems, at least on the, you'll find that on Hulu or whatever. But I don't know. I believe at their height, they were moving 1,800 kilos a month. That's a lot. That's definitely a lot. All right, guys, I got to go. Everybody who donated, no cash. It's all good. Everybody who donated. Oh, my man, Frank. Sometimes I don't say this in the beginning of the show because people hear I got a donation. And they're like, he's good. We don't need to donate. You know what I mean? But my man, Frank, sent me $100 and said, amazing show last night. Amazing show. Wow. Last night. Amazing. Chris. Incredible, brother. Thank you, Frank Fratello, my man. I appreciate you. An Anonymous Legion, Rockasan Kennel, SL Gordon 3, Isaac FDZ. That's $100 right there. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you very much. And until next time, salute.